My name is Ted Smith. I'm the author of Hempology 101, The History and Uses of Cannabis Sativa. And we're making these videos to help break down the information contained in it, so it's a little easier for you to digest. And so right now I'm talking about the history of hemp, which is quite fascinating, and I'm worked my way up to the early 1900s, and I'm going to go from 1916, where they invented paper out of herds for the first time. As I was explaining, there's two parts of the hemp plant. There's the fiber on the outside, and there's this like cork in the middle, sort of like a pithy kind of wood-like material. And for a long time it was a struggle to process the hemp plant because it's so strong. It's a really tough plant. And it was the case where they'd have to go and chop it down by hand and break it up using various tools and traditionally just smashing it. But over the time, especially through the industrial era, the attempts to make machinery that could process it was really important. And so in 1917, after 20 years of work, George Sklitzkin finally had his decorticator finished. That's what they called this machine, this decorticator, which could go into a hemp field, cut the plant down, mash it, sort of, grind it up in a way that would break the fiber away from the herds. So, you'd have this one container that would come out full of these herds that you could turn into paper. And then on the other side, you have this fiber coming out, which George's machine did a beautiful job, and it would come out, almost like silk in a sense. It was so soft and ready to process. And so the combination of the fiber being so nice coming out of the machine and the fact that herds could be turned into paper apparently made the cannabis plant worth 100 times more between 1916 and 1917. And so it was a very important machine to have out there, and George Sklitzkin wanted it to be processed, and he tried as much as he could to have it produced, I should say, mass produced, so that all these farmers who struggled with machinery to process their hemp could do it quickly and easily. And one would hope that that would be the case, but he went to the Scripps newspaper company, who wrote a short article about it, but that is where it ended. It was never reported. Apparently, at some point, George did sell his patent to a company he thought was going to mass produce it, but they fooled him. Instead of mass producing it, they buried it. And these newspaper companies were very threatened from hemp because it not only threatened their newspaper industry, but all of their other friends that they were tied into. And so I'll be certainly saving a lot of that history for the history of Prohibition, because that's where I'm leading into here. But it's ironic that the inventions, the machinery, the decorticator, the ability to turn the herds into paper, in fact, made the plant so valuable that everybody in the industry went after it, or the marketplace, as it were. But by 1917, hemp looked to be, regaining its place as the #1 crop in the world. But that's not the case. You'll have to watch the videos to follow through, or buy my book, at hempology.ca. You can do that. Certainly subscribe to YouTube, Cannabis Digest. We have blogs come out every day, and once a week we do the videos. Follow me on Facebook, whatever it takes. Thanks for coming out. Have a great day.